Today I'm checking out this Arch Pro 200 watt flexible solar panel that was sent to me so I could do the review. As you can see right there, shade tolerant flexible solar panel. The key there being shade tolerant. Most solar panels cannot handle shade at all. Even a small section of the panel gets shaded and the whole thing pretty much shuts down. Well, this was designed differently to be able to handle portions of the solar panel to be shaded. Let's get it out of the box, see what it comes with, and test this thing out. Out of the box, you get this nice solar panel, and of course the manual. You've got MC4 connections on the end that are labeled positive and negative. And this solar panel, again, is flexible. It's not a hard solar panel like you would have a big pane of glass on it. You can actually flex this thing all the way into like a U shape if you wanted. So this works really good for like rounded roofs on, say, an RV or a camper van, or even if you're just setting these things up temporarily. You know, you can lean this against something. It doesn't matter if they have a little bit of a bend to them. They do have these mounting points on them where you could screw them down to something if you wanted, or like I do, you could use bungee cords in these to hold them down to keep the wind from blowing them away. We have a few panels that are kind of like this one that we use with our RV, but this one's a little different. This one's special. This one is shade tolerant, and they do that by using special diodes in this. So that way, if a portion of this panel doesn't get any sunlight or gets shaded, then it redirects the way the power goes through the panel. So instead of just having it where you a little bit of shade, I mean, literally a normal solar panel, if you put that much shade on it, you pretty much kill the whole panel, because the whole panel has to work or you're not getting anything. So on this one, they've set it up where it can actually switch through and move the power around and still get you power from the other cells, even though some of the cells have shade. So we're going to test that in just a moment. Today's not the greatest day because we have a lot of overcast, but we're going to see what kind of test we can get. But yeah, really nice and rugged. I love these fiberglass panels like this versus the glass ones because, one, they're about a third of the weight. So in our RV, we used to carry around these 100-watt glass solar panels, and they were heavy. I mean, you get 4 or 6 of those together, and you're putting down a lot of weight. I've got 3 or 4 panels like this in there right now, and these weigh about 7 pounds. So instead of moving around something close to 30 pounds a piece, I think they're like 25 to 30 pounds each. These are about 7. So it really cuts down on the weight, especially when you're being weight conscious on something like an RV where you only can pack so much in it before you're pushing it over the weight limit. So let's get this thing hooked up and see how well it's going to do. I did prop this up the best I could to get what sun we have, and sitting about 106 watts in. So I'm not sure if you can see this down in the power station, but I'll let you know what it's reading. Right now it's reading 102 watts of input power. I'm going to cover up, I don't know, let's say about 10% of this panel. And we are getting 75. Nope, now we're up to 90. So it's doing its switching. We're up to 104. I'm going to go ahead and cover some more. Drops down for a moment. It's doing its thing. We're at 84 watts. 81, 82. Well, I think the sun said that's all it's going to give me today. But yeah, great solar panel. I really like it. I think you will too. And I hope all this information was helpful. Thank you very much for watching. Y'all take care.